Breaker Broke 23. Today in this video, we're going to take a look at the brand new President JFK III FCC. This is an AM/FM 40 channel trucker style CB radio. All right. Well, this is an interesting radio. The new JFK III FCC is being marketed as a trucker's radio, and I think it's because of its size and features. So let's go over the size real quick. It's close to a DIN mount. It's approximately 7 1/4 inches in width, about 2 1/4 inches in height. And from the back of the heatsink to the front bezel of the radio, it's 7 inches. Now they say this will fit in some of the new trucks, I guess, as a direct hole filler type replacement. I don't know. I haven't done a truck install in years, but anyway, it's a decent sized radio. It's got some heft to it. It's not a light, flimsy, cheesy feeling radio at all. So let's talk about some of the features real quick. So it has the USB-A port charge adapter here, and I really like this charging port. In previous President models, I've used that to charge my cell phones and stuff, and it works out really well. You can also use this to charge maybe like the Bluetooth mic, which, by the way, works really well with this radio. All right, so we'll have 5 preset memories on there. I don't know if you guys use that. It, of course, has the 2 programmable emergency channels. Factory default is channel 9 and 19. We have full scanning capability as well as skip scans, so you can skip out certain channels if you don't want those to keep stopping your scanning process. A&L noise blanker. A&L noise blanker can be either used together or independently of each other. I really like that. The noise blanker is very, very effective here on this radio. We have high cut. We have NRC for both transmit and receive, which I think is really cool. We have the Vox for hands-free operation that works quite well on this radio. It has a 7 color display on it, and of course PA, talkback, and front panel lock. And what I think is really cool, it has the automatic SWR meter inside. Now, it's not a tuner, it's an SWR meter, and that works really well in this. I really like that. So as far as what comes in the box, obviously you're going to get the radio, you get a heavy-duty power cord, and that puppy had a 10 amp fuse in it from the factory. It's a pretty serious power cord for sure. Get a mic hanger clipped, all the supplied hardware, and user's manual, and a heavy-duty painted bracket. Now, something you may notice right here, we have a front firing speaker. We also have these this lit up display here, and it's green for receive and red for transmit. And it's kind of a funky display, kind of gives you a little light show. I'm 50-50 on that as far as what it looks like. You can turn it off, so you don't have to look at that if you don't want to. But I didn't like it at first, but it's actually growing on me, and I've had it on more than I've had it off, and I've had this radio on the bench now for like 3 days solid. So yeah, I've put it through its paces. Again, as I usually do, I've tried to blow the darn thing up. I can't do it. I've had this thing red hot on the back heat sink, as far as, you know, keying it up and really driving this into a high SWR. I don't drive it into a dead short, but I'll drive it into a high SWR, maybe higher than most people would run. Yeah, it's bulletproof. The RF output section of this puppy is bulletproof. So on the front panel, as far as features go, of course, the 6-pin microphone jack that is universal through the President, all modern President radios, and even the Unidens. And we have volume and squelch, rotary volume and squelch. The volume is stepped, but you can't really hear it. It's pretty smooth. I like it. And then, of course, the automatic squelch here, the patented ASC. So you can go all the way counterclockwise and put it in auto squelch mode, or you can go more into the manual squelch, and that will actually show you this on the display. Oh, look at that display. Is that just not... The thing's huge. It's like 2 inches by 2 1/4, I think it was, something like that. And of course, we have 7 different colors. I was trying to find a color that worked on the camera and didn't blink as much, but anyway, I like this color, and I also like the green color. Not really a fan of the orange. The orange to me is a little more red, but that's, you know, personal preference, and that's why we have it. You'll notice we don't have a rotary channel selector. We have a push button channel selector up and down. This kind of gives me like this 80s vibe, right? There were radios back in the 80s, the Maxons, gosh, a couple Cobra models and whatnot that had these kind of push button controls. It just kind of a throwback for me. But anyway, we have these up down channel buttons here, as well as these are buttons to navigate the menu. And yes, it's a menu-driven radio. Most all of the stuff you're going to use is just basically pushing the, one button, because these are multifunction buttons. But a one-time push will toggle you from AM to FM, etc. Put you in scan mode if you have the squelch up. Dual watch, A&L noise blanker. I mean, the thing's pretty feature loaded. I would call this a full featured radio. Yeah, possibly like a modern version of like a Cobra 29, like a trucker's radio. And the reason why I say that is because you have pretty much all the modes and features that you're going to need, as well as a built-in SWR bridge. And so to me, that is super, super important. Out of the box, it's a powerhouse. The radio's a great sounding radio. I am really digging this radio. It's, AM, FM. You got that giant display, very easy to use as far as the menu goes. Stay tuned on this channel for more. I'll have some like operational menu functions and stuff, but I want to keep this kind of short. Like I said, it comes with a stock mic, and this is the Electret stock microphone with the up-down buttons for the channel selector. And it took me a day or so to get used to not having a rotary dial. I really like that whole rotary dial channel selector action. But, you do get used to that. And, of course, on these radios, you have the up-down buttons. And I do know that a lot of people use these. So kind of a cool feature on this radio, by the way, in the menu, you can actually defeat these buttons. So you can only change the channels like this. Now, I really don't recall ever accidentally changing my channels with that. But I thought that was an interesting feature. So, I don't know. I think President did a really good job on this. So, what I have over here to the side is I have my President Jerry FCC walkie-talkie to the right of me, and then the Cobra 2000 up on the top of my bench here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you kind of an idea of the transmit audio, and then we'll go to the receive audio, and then we'll continue with this video. Anyway, so I'm using the stock mic right now, so I'm going to key up. I'm on channel 23 AM. I am on an antenna, but there's a lot of skip in here, and I'm not really worried about really interfering with anybody. Usually I do all this stuff on the dummy load, power rating and whatnot, but I wanted to give you a little real-world audio demonstration. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the stock mic. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do not have NRC turned on. The noise reduction circuit is not on. When you're in transmit mode, it will act like a trucker's mic. It's designed to get rid of some of the background noise. And if I had the NRC on, I'd probably get rid of some of this background squeal. No, I would get rid of this background squeal. It's a very effective circuit, but I'm just kind of running wide open. So we're just going to kind of hear it raw. So again, here's the stock mic. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on AM. Now I'm going to go to FM, okay? Because this radio is interesting. President's really refining the FM, or the blend from AM to FM. On a lot of radios, the AM is, decent sounding and everything, but the FM sounds more superior. And some radios, this shows up on more than others. Some radios, there's such a big difference from AM to FM for audio quality. It's just ridiculous. It's just crazy. However, the JFK has paired up to my Jerry FCC and the Bill 3 very well. So anyway, let's do this. So we are currently on FM 123 123, and we'll do the AM FM bit again. So here's FM. All right, I'll quickly go over here to AM, and here is AM 123 123. Really cool. Okay, so just real quick, I know this is all about the JFK, but I kind of want to talk about my favorite mic of all times for pretty much every President radio and Uniden radio that has this 6-pin plug. Now, you heard the stock microphone, so here's the Digimic. This is the best $40 you could spend for these President radios. And hello, radio 123 123. Now, it does have a little bit of echo because there is some electronic processing in there, so it's a little bit of latency. I have the NRC on this turned off. This has NRC, and really what you're getting out of the Digimic is a clearer, crisper vocal quality, I should say. You're not really gaining any volume. In fact, the stock mic had just a hair more volume, like 5% more, I don't know. But anyway, this has better audio quality overall. So here's AM 123 123. And again, sorry about that latency, but that's what it is. We're going to turn the monitor radio onto FM, and here is FM 123. Anyway, that's what the Digimic sounds like. So let's run over here to the Bluetooth mic, because on the box it says that it is compatible with the Digimic and the BT mic. So let's check out the BT mic. Okay, in order to power this up, we just simply plug in the transmitter receiver little module thingy here, and we'll power that up. Now, this receives power from the radio. That center pin on the microphone connector is 13 volts. Let me turn the steering wheel unit on. It'll pair up. Connected. And it's connected. You heard it. So because I don't have a steering wheel right here, I'll just, I'm about almost a fully extended arm's length away. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I can stop that. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the Bluetooth mic. Go to AM, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with the Bluetooth mic. So anyway, yes, it is compatible. If I had my druthers between all three microphones, I would go with the Digimic. Buy the Digimic when you buy the radio. Trust me, I swear you will not be disappointed. And then what I do is I throw the stock mics in the glove box, just in case. I mean, you never know. Okay, so before we open it up and do the wattage readings and everything, let's listen to this for a minute here. Okay, again, we have the front firing speaker. By the way, I have a bench speaker, a 6x9 dual cone over in the corner of my bench off way out of camera shot, and that speaker sounds just absolutely phenomenal on this radio. But for this demonstration, of course, we're going to use the OEM speaker. So let's see what we got out here. There was some skip out there earlier. Now I have a lot of noise in here today. Let's go mid-band down here. All right, I'm going to show you the effectiveness of the noise blanker here. So this is what I have with just the front end wide open, no noise blanker, no A&L. There's A&L. There's noise blanker. And noise blanker with A&L for base station operation. With the noise that I have, my preferred mode is just the straight up noise blanker. Okay. We'll go into the menu. In fact, let me show you how to do that here again. Let me clear this. So generally, whenever you're in the menu function, I could plug a mic. Oh, I have a mic plugged into it, don't I? Nah, I don't want to do that. Let's put on a regular microphone. So what you do is when you get into the menu mode and you want to get out of it, you can do it a couple ways. You can either just hit the PTT really quickly or let it time out. And I'm just going to do the PTT. It's just, I'm used to it. I know you can do it other ways, but let's turn this off, okay? And as you saw, it flashes green when you're receiving and red for transmit, okay? And like I say, that's growing on me, all right? Where was I? Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's get into that mode to change that. We're going to push the function button momentarily. We got the F up here for function. Then we're going to push that again and hold it. Now we are in our menu. So we can toggle where we're at here in the menu with the up-down buttons. And what did I say we were going to do? This volume accessory is when you run other microphones with this. For instance, the Bearcat wireless microphone setup. If you select this function, you can tell the radio to send sound back to that speaker mic via the front speaker jack. Really cool feature. This is the mic up-down button on-off to toggle the up-down buttons for the channel selector, I should say. I should probably pay attention to what I'm doing here. Let me try this again. Anyway, you can turn that function on and off. I've never seen a radio do that before, and I kind of like that. This is your reset, and again, here's our color. So let's change the color. Let's go for this to tell it that that's to confirm that function, and we'll. I was a little late on that, wasn't I? Let's do it again. Momentarily, push to hold, color. There we go. I like that color right there. That's one of my favorites. We'll confirm it with the emergency. Yep, okay. It just timed out. Let's go back in there and see what else we can dig around and play with here. So we got green. We can control the dimmer. This thing does get bright. That display is huge, huge. And it is really needed. If you're going to use this in a trucking application, you're going to really, really need that dimmer. That's for sure. You can see this thing with direct sunlight. Let me turn that volume down. It's kind of ridiculous, but there you go. 0 to all the way up. Let's just confirm that. Let's go somewhere else. You can control the contrast. Here's our NRC. I have this NRC, the noise reduction circuitry, for receive mode set at 3. It kind of seems to be my favorite one. I could go in and change the transmit NRC. So if you don't have a digi-mic, but you do have background noise, you can try to help eliminate that with NRC on transmit mode. Get the digi-mic, just get it. Roger beep on off. And I wish they'd bring back the old school Roger beeps. Anyway, key beep on off. We can turn that on or off. And, you know, I'm getting used to those. So actually, I think I'm going to go back to that. Oh my gosh. At least for demonstration purposes. All right. And then scan type. So this is squelch scan. And scan skip. You can turn that on and off and then program the channels you want to skip. Dual watch channel set. The electret and dynamic mic setting. So if you use like an aftermarket Turner mic or an static or something like that, you would use electret. Okay, with the Dynamic, by the way, this literally makes no difference. Not the Dynamic, the Digimic. With the Digimic, this is no difference at all. And let's see, what else? We have Vox on and off, and the Vox works very well here. Oh, I know what we were going to do. We were going to, let's check our SWRs. Look at that. I have a 1 to 0 SWR. Nice. Flat. All right, that's cool. It doesn't beep like the other radios do, which I kind of like that feature, but we're good. We're good. And here we are, the speaker light. Let's confirm that we want to mess with that, and let's turn that puppy off. And we can tick the mic real quick, and of course then we're done. We've got that big, huge display, our mode, where our noise blanker circuitry is. Thank you. Where our noise blanker circuitry is, the frequency counter in megahertz, of course. And I like this S unit meter. This is kind of cool. And then up here says BP for beep. We've got the beep control on. Anyway, there you go. Quick rundown. And just for the heck of it, I'll plug in that external speaker. You can hear that. I can find the jack here real quick. There we go. It's got plenty of amplifier or internal audio amplifier power to power even the most inefficient external speaker known to man. JFK III is hooked up to the test bench. I am supplying this radio with exactly 13.8 volts. We are going into a dummy load. I have RMS power reading and PEP power reading. Currently in receive mode with no volume and squelched. Actually, we'll unsquelch it. We are pulling 340 milliamps, so not quite half an amp. And we're going to key this up. I'm seeing 4 watts dead key. Hello, radio. 1, 2, 3. Audio. Hello, radio. Audio. It's about a 12 watt PEP, which is about what I'm expecting to see. Audio. So we're pulling almost 2 amps, just shy of 2 amps, dead key. FM's going to be the same thing, of course, but just to demonstrate, we're going to have the same dead key. Of course, we're going to have no movement on the PEP meter, and we are seeing 1.986 volts. Hello, radio. We have the display for transmit going on right there. The insides of the radio. I like the construction of this radio. It is interesting. That looks to be the same speaker as the McKinley speaker. So those are good sounding speakers, I think, anyway. We have the NRC circuitry here, power supply and audio circuitry, and the RF final. Over here, we have cast aluminum for the driver, the final, and then the regulator, the AM regulator here, is heat sinked quite well. This does a really good job of cooling. When the lids are on and tightened up properly, the heat is dispersed very evenly. I'm very, very happy. And this has been running for a couple days. And geez, it's really cool. They are making this circuit more efficient, I've been seeing here. So anyway, I like that. That's kind of cool. All right. We'll put the lids back on and finish up this video. Okay, well, there you go. The President JFK III. All right, thanks for watching. Leave comments down below. Cheers.